So let me ask you guys something. Did when we started seeing these Marvel movies and stuff like that, did you guys think that we would get into the space side of the Marvel thing like this quick, or going to like that direction this fast, as far as going into the multiverse and going over into space, bringing in Celestials? I never would have thought that they would do it this, what I'm saying, this soon, even though the Marvel, when it started, 2000, when was Iron Man?
2008.
2008, Iron Man dropped.
08, 08,
Right.
yeah.
I never would have thought that it would have got to this point that fast where we're bringing up Celestials. We're talking about, what I'm saying, he remains and stuff like that. I never thought it would be.
But this is where, like, okay, the storyteller and me like appreciates it, because they even if it was purposeful and or retroactively, they sprinkled enough breadcrumbs, you know what I'm saying, in there along the way. Like, hey man, this is where this could lead to. You just, if y'all gonna keep picking on these breadcrumbs, y'all gonna keep following us, we gonna really give y'all what y'all want.
Right.
And more importantly, the technology to do the things they want to do have also caught up. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, so even like with Loki, they basically shot that thing the same way they shot the Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying?
That green room.
Yeah, that huge sound stage is a big green room. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pinewood.
No,
right?
Yeah. But they put the technology that they used put in that Pinewood now.
Yeah.
That technology they use, that like super green screen type deal. Again, they can have those realistic looking backgrounds. Like, for example, like when they went to Lamentis, you know what I'm saying? That was like the best example of it. Like, we know they not really there for real, but it was like for the small screen, that is freaking amazing. That they can do that. Like, even like the Mandalorian episode, when the first episode of the second season, when they was fighting that huge crate dragon, like that episode was amazing, and for the scale of it. So we come along at a really great time. So when they started dropping, like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and I saw that in the movies, just like off a whim, I was like, man, I'm gonna watch this. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. When they went to see the Collector and they were in the head of a Celestial, I was like, what is this?
I'm gonna tell you, this is when I knew it was real. When they did Doctor Strange and Guardians of when they did Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, oh, we getting real. We doing the space. We going out of space Marvel. Cool, whatever. But when they did Doctor Strange, and when the Ancient One basically sent him on a trip through all the multiverses.
Yeah, that's the best scene in the movie right there.
He just said, "Pow!" She said, "Pow!" And sent him. I said, "We bringing this up already?" I said, "Okay, let's go." And like she was like, "You have universes that are life-giving, everything. Then you have malevolent universes that are just destroy." I was like, "Oh my god!"
It was that's a dope scene. Yeah.
For a really weak movie, but
because Doctor Strange is basically Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Yeah, it's really formulaic. But that scene right there was dope because it really opened up, like Tony said, it opened up that whole idea of the multiverse. Yeah. And that was back in what's that, 2016?
2016.
16, yes. 16, yeah. I mean, for them to already kind of, be shooting towards, I think just, outside of Universal Discourse of Loki, just the idea of doing that, how you can plan your future years in advance, right? Mm-hmm. And people may not be able to see where you're going. But if you have the vision, man, I mean, it's something about that. Just to, kind of preach our point. I mean, just the idea of having vision, man. It's like you know exactly what you're gonna do. I mean, I don't know Kevin Feige, but whoever wrote, I'm serious. But whoever is like thinking about these things, it's like you can't tell me that they didn't know exactly where they would be going in 2021, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like they knew about that. I think that's beautiful, man. I mean, you can say what you want about Marvel as a kind of confection of, capitalism and, kind of formulaic scripts, whatever. But you have to appreciate the ambition and also the sheer magnitude, the gargantuan magnitude of the storytelling to kind of hold it together, especially after what they pulled off that 10-year feat between Iron Man and Endgame. It's like, that was crazy. Like that's some stuff, and that's
unprecedented.
That was some like some Barnum Bailey type stuff times 2000.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like it's like the whole circus of it. It was just how they were able to kind of wrangle all the animals together and kind of put that show out there, man.
What was that 18 movies basically all connected to each other?
Yeah.
18 like 18 movies connect. Like we've never seen that. You know what I'm saying? Before at all, the Fast and Furious might be trying to. Let me stop joking, but we've never seen that many, and then to have that many heavy hitters and characters, and each character was able to get the proper amount of screen time for, what the story was being told.
Yeah. And then think about even how it started. I mean, with Iron Man. If y'all remember, in 2008, Iron Man wasn't even the shit. Like, nobody even really cared.
Nobody cared about Iron Man.
Because y'all know the answer to this. Let me ask you, what was the movie in 2008 everybody cared about? What was the movie?
It was The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Exactly. Nobody cared about Iron Man. Because it came out, Iron Man came out in May. The Dark Knight came out, I think, in July. Yeah. And so you remember The Dark Knight grossed, that was the first comic book movie to gross over $1 billion.
Even
Iron Man,
even Iron Man, the character, like nobody really was checking for Iron
Man. The only person that was checking for Iron Man was Ghostface.
Right? Yeah, Ghostface was the only person that. Right? Nobody was really checking.
He's like, the only reason I didn't even realize who Iron Man was when I was a kid.
When Iron Man the movie came out, the one thing everybody kept saying is, "Yo, this is dope. This is Robert Downey Jr. Resurrecting his career because he was coming off, having all the issues, personal stuff and everything. But even before that, it was like Iron Man movie. Okay, wasn't like that. But when that end credit scene came and you had Samuel L. Jackson pop up there and say, "I am Iron Man," and you was like, "Wait a minute," and then you saw the eye patch and he was like, "You think you're the only superpower?" So, and that's when everybody was like, okay, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? And that's when we started putting 2 and 2 together. And you was like, okay, but Iron Man was like a second. Listen, especially for us growing up, whenever we heard Marvel, it was only two that we talked about: Spider-Man and daggone X-Men. That's what it was. They were the gods. Spider-Man and X-Men. You knew the other characters just based off
Avengers, Avengers, Spider-Man, X-Men, what I'm saying?
But you really didn't care. You really didn't care for, what I'm saying? Like Iron Man, like that. You really didn't care for Thor. Hulk was maybe the only one you kind of cared about because you was like that. He was like, I guess you could say our modern version of Frankenstein, but you really weren't checking for the other guys like that. But they basically made these guys. Like I said, and think about it. When Robert Downey Jr. died as Tony Stark, I saw dudes crying in the theater like, "Oh my God!" Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy is gone. So the direction this show's going in to set everything up. Like I said, this completely sets up Doctor Strange. It's Spider-Man, Quantumania. One theory I have, though, and like I said earlier, any theory can possibly be true now. I think this can also connect with WandaVision in this way. The end credit scene of WandaVision, when she's in the spirit realm or whatever, and she's with the Darkhold and she's sitting there and she hear her kids, "Mom, we're right here. Mom, I'm right here." Now, after seeing Loki, and you think about the time that Loki was being done was 2012, but like I said, TVA stuff was going on. When Sylvie killed He Who Remains, could that be when the branches started going crazy? When she heard her kids, and they could have been her kids from another universe and everything. True. But like I said, stuff like this happens. Anything is possible now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the GOAT Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, to have his shine again because nobody cares about Tobey. I had an argument the other day with a friend, and she was going in on me. She was like, Toby's he was the worst Spider-Man. I was like, no, don't dare you, don't say that. How dare you say that?
No,
Tobey,
no.
Here's the thing, you gotta put some respect on Tobey's name, man. Because listen, before Tobey Maguire did Spider-Man in 2002, nobody really transformed their body for a superhero role. Like, think about it. Before Tobey did that, when he transformed his body, really getting character. He was ripped, Spider-Man, like that. Nobody was doing that. You know what I'm saying? He did that before Chris Hemsworth and all these people started doing that stuff and taking steroids. Tobey Maguire was doing that. Serious, think about it, man. When he transformed into Spider-Man, when he got his powers, you remember that scene?
Yeah, he was in the mirror looking.
Right,
yeah.
But nobody was doing it. Because look, when you think about Hugh Jackman, when he played Wolverine in 2000 in X-Men, he had just come off of Broadway. He was in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. And he says in an interview, he says, man, looking back, my time playing Wolverine, he was like, man, that first movie, he said, you can just tell I came off the stage. You know what I'm saying? He had the basics, the basic body. You know what I'm saying? So even Wolverine, even Hugh Jackman didn't start out really transforming himself, but Tobey Maguire was the first dude to do that, and nobody cares.
And also, I shout out Tobey Maguire because
he did go Spider-Man.
Because not even that as a movie, Spider-Man 2 was damn near flawless.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire was damn near flawless, and for a long time for me was the best.
It was
comic movie,
movie.
comic movie.
Yeah.
And then Dark Knight happened, and I was like, oh, never.
Dark
Knight happened. I was like, we good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited, guys, about where we're going here with this, man. And like I said, it's the door has been. The doors of the church are open. the doors of the Marvel church, the MCU, are open. This is about to be, what I'm saying? Like, if we thought phase 1 through phase 3 was a fun ride, this is about to be an even
that's what I'm saying. Like, the potentiality of this is what's most intriguing to me. Like, like, they can go so many ways, and either way, like, I'm gonna pay my $40+ to see it in the movies. It don't matter. Like, y'all got me. I mean, I'm paying all this for the Disney Plus bundle anyway. So y'all got me. Like, it ain't gonna be no hard sell. So you're gonna have to do something real stupid to mess this up for me.
Yeah, you gotta do something. You gotta do some DC. You gotta do some DC type stuff.
We're gonna talk about that right now, yo.
But I think that the idea, of futurity, like the idea of looking into the future, especially for for the young kids, I think it's a great thing for them, man.
Yeah.
When we were coming up, we had a limited. Well, I mean, we had some good stuff. But I'm just saying, like, they have so many properties and so many different media.
But the properties that we had coming up were some good properties, but it was so much space in between. Mm-hmm. Of those properties coming, you know what I'm saying, coming out. Like, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I was born when Return of the Jedi came out, but I became a fan when they re-released it, like, in '84. And like I was talking to somebody the other day, that's like the first movie I saw in a theater, Return of the Jedi, when they released it in '84. Okay. So you had the Star Wars, and I'm a big Star Wars head, and then what? You don't get no more Star Wars stuff until 99.
Yeah. That was trash.
Right. Now you get
Phantom Menace was a down. Yeah, that wasn't that good.
Yeah. So Phantom Menace not a great. You don't get that. But then what happens? In between, you get probably one of the best animated series ever. Me and Rashad love it. The Clone Wars. Clone Wars comes through, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And then Disney buys Lucasfilms, and you start hearing rumblings. You like, they're gonna do some more, and then come to find out, bam, here we go. They do some more Star Wars stuff. They kind of screwed it up with the last two.
Last one.
Last one. The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, man, like, that has a special place in my heart, y'all. But the Rise of Skywalker,
so,
trash.
But I think I think they've learned their mistakes from doing that. Hopefully, think they learned their mistakes and they're going to work. They got some stuff coming up. The Disney Plus stuff is fantastic. So, it's fantastic. But this is like for this generation, from 2008 up until 2020, up until now and on, you got like a Marvel movie almost every year, except for the last 2 years we had a little gap because of COVID and everything. You've had a Marvel movie for the past, what's that, 12, 13 years?
Yeah.
I don't do math.